Welcome back to Young Trip Reactions. Yeah.
Insane. Absolutely insane.
Such a damn shame.
You're watching Young Trip Reactions, the show where rapper Young Trip reacts to the latest videos on crime, drama, news, and so much more. Get ready, because the show's about to start. Let's go.
Welcome back to Young Trip Reactions. The first video we're gonna do is cop is busted after lying about a teen pointing a push button machine at her. Listen to me again. A cop lied about a teen pointing a push button machine at her. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell notification, and join the Young Trip family. If you have any videos that you run across that you want to hear me react to on the channel, post it in my community tab or send it to me through direct message on my professional FB or my professional Instagram. If you have any situations involving police misconduct, injustice, violations of civil rights involving you, a friend, or a loved one, send that to me through direct message on my professional FB or my professional Instagram. Let me know about the civil rights attorneys that are involved, similar to Ben Crump or Ben Crump himself, or also let me know about the activists that are also involved so I can join them in the fight for justice for you and your loved one or whoever it is that it involves. If it does involve a friend or a loved one, see if they want to come on and speak about their encounter with the police if able. If they're in a situation where they can't speak right now, due to whatever the situation may be, maybe they're in a state where they can't because the police did so much, or they are just, if they're no longer here, of course you can come and speak for them. If the incident ended fatal, you can come and speak for them, or you can give me the information and I can speak on you guys' behalf with the information that you gave. Plus I can pull the public information as well too. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell notification, and join the Young Trip family. Also, make sure you come follow me on my professional FB, my professional FB or my professional Instagram, because I post over there as well too. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell notification, and join the Young Trip family. And let's get into this.
For lying about a cop was busted for lying about a teen pointing a gun at her. It's a damn shame. Put it up for a mass.
Put it up for a mass, Jordan. A damn shame indeed.
Cop was busted for lying about a teen pointing a gun at her. It's a damn shame. Put it up for a mass. I'm taking you to Indianapolis, the Metropolitan Police Department. The officer initially accused an 18-year-old named Dailen Brewer of pointing a gun at the officer. That's a high crime, ladies and gentlemen. That is a high crime. But prosecutors dropped the charges against the 18-year-old after they say police body camera footage did not support the allegation.
That is absolutely insane. That is a high-end crime. Like Rashad said, like years in prison, 10, 15, 20 years in prison or stuff like that. And she over here lying about something like that. About a teen pointing a push-button machine at her. And the body cam footage don't even show that. Let's continue.
Now, Brewer Road, after they say police body camera footage did not support the allegations. Now, Brewer is suing the city and the sergeant, Robyn Frazier, the officer who fabricated the story. So let's be very clear. An officer fabricating a story means they committed a crime. It means
facts. But they'll try to sweep it under the rug. But let an everyday citizen do that, they'll be prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law. Let's continue. As a person who always wanted to do this job, I would not fabricate nothing on nobody. I know how that could end. These people is crazy. Let's continue.
that they falsely fabricated the story. So let's be very clear. An officer fabricating a story means they committed a crime. It means that they falsified documents. They had to falsify the report. That also means they violated their oath of office. This is a felony status violation, in my opinion. They attempted to charge an 18-year-old kid with a felony that could ruin and wreck their lives forever. And the prosecutor says, well, we got to drop the charges because the story doesn't add up. Well, there's more than just the story doesn't add up. So according to court documents, the incident occurred on April 12th, 2026. As Brewer, the 18-year-old, was driving into Riverside Park on the northwest side of Indianapolis. Brewer was carrying lawfully possessed firearms inside his vehicle, lawfully possessed. When entering the park, Brewer drove past two Metropolitan Police vehicles parked at the entrance. Sergeant Frazier, now remember, sergeant means supervisor. Supervisor Frazier followed the teenager's vehicle to a parking space inside the park, approached the teenager's car, and opened the driver's side door. Okay, you can argue on the protocol of this interaction already without any charges ever being filed. It's already strange that you would be seemingly profiled if you've done nothing illegal. Your car being searched without proper premise, door being open. But there's more. The lawsuit states that when the supervisor, Sergeant Frazier, opened the door, her body-worn camera captured Brewer with his hands raised in the air. Although firearms were present on the vehicle floor and between his legs, Brewer kept his hands raised continuously. When Sergeant Frazier attempted to pull Brewer from the vehicle while it was still in gear, the car rolled slightly. Brewer attempted to put the vehicle into park, prompting Sergeant Frazier to draw her firearm and point it at Brewer and his front seat passenger, who also had his hands up, according to the video. Brewer immediately stopped touching.
Everybody had their hands up, but she had to grab the push button machine. Her service push button machine. Okay, let's continue.
The vehicle controls her arm and pointed at Brewer and his front seat passenger, who also had his hands up, according to the video. Brewer immediately stopped touching the vehicle controls and was arrested. You have an individual who is complying 100%. So following the arrest, the sergeant recommended multiple severe criminal charges, including level 1 felony attempted murder, resisting law enforcement, intimidation, and pointing a loaded firearm.
Absolutely insane. Attempted unaliving, pointing a push button machine at a law enforcement officer, resisting a law enforcement officer. I mean, these are high-end crimes that could get you, like, in prison for, like, years. Years. Like Rashad said, this would wreck his whole life. Anything that he had going would have been over if this would have went through. This is absolutely a shame. Such a damn shame. Let's continue. Such a damn shame.
And is sworn resisting law enforcement, intimidation, and pointing a loaded firearm. And a sworn probable cause affidavit. This means you attest and swear to these statements under penalty of perjury. That's what that means. So in this affidavit submitted under penalty of perjury, Sergeant Frazier claimed Brewer pointed a revolver directly at her. Quote, while Sergeant...
Every day it was something else. It was a struggle to eat. It was embarrassing. Kept going to the dentist for fillings and crowns.
Frazier began visually scanning the vehicle, pointed a revolver directly at her. Quote, while Sergeant Frazier began visually scanning the vehicle, the driver, identified as Dailen Brewer, appeared to be pointing a revolver towards Sergeant Frazier at the door panel. Sergeant Frazier saw the barrel end of the revolver pointed in her direction. Brewer raised the revolver, then dropped the gun and raised both hands. These charges would ruin somebody's life. Attempted murder on a cop. You're 18, your life is just beginning. You have the right to bear arms in the United States of America. You have the right. No one pointed a gun at the cop, and thank God we have the apparatus of a body-worn cop camera to prove the difference. Due to the extreme nature of the level 1 felony attempted murder, okay? That is an extreme charge. Due to the nature of this charge.
Absolutely. Attempted unaliving. A felony, a high-end class felony. Just to let y'all know. Attempted unaliving is serious. It's serious even against an everyday person. So you can only imagine what it is regarding a cop and how serious they take it. This is crazy. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell notification, and join the Young Trip family. Let's continue.
Brewer, the 18 felony attempted murder, okay? That is an extreme charge. Due to the nature of this charge, Brewer, the 18-year-old, was unable to post bond and was held in the Marion County Adult Detention Center. You don't think the cop knew that? You don't think the cop knew that charge would not allow him to bond out? There's more. On April 16, 2026, 4 days after his arrest, a Marion County deputy prosecuting attorney dropped all criminal charges after reviewing the body camera footage and determining it directly contradicted Sergeant Frazier's sworn affidavit. That means you need to go lock up Sergeant Frazier. That's a sworn affidavit.
She needs to be fired, prosecuted. You don't just pretend like it didn't happen. He was falsely arrested for that and held without bond because he was actively complying. So unless something else would have came back, like within his criminal record for him to be arrested, there was no reason for him to be arrested. Or you ran the push button machines and it was found that they were stolen or something like that. Other than that, there was no reason for him to be arrested unless you found something that would contradict him to need to be arrested. This is crazy. Let's continue.
You need to go arrest Sergeant Frazier's sworn affidavit. That means you need to go lock up Sergeant Frazier. That's a sworn affidavit. You need to go arrest the supervisor. Here's the other problem. She's a supervisor. If the supervisor is willing to ruin a random teenager's life by falsifying documentation and alleging this individual attempted to murder the sergeant, how does the sergeant hold other cops accountable to her supervision? She can't. She's setting the tempo, the management style of policing in her department. In addition to that, I can't imagine this is the first time the sergeant has lied on somebody that prosecutors have prosecuted. Despite the dismissal, the lawsuit alleges the City of Indianapolis and IMPD, police department, continue to publish false press releases and media statements portraying Brewer as an attempted cop killer. That's according to court filing.
That's absolutely insane. That's a damn shame. Let's continue. Even after the fact, that is crazy.
These false press releases and media statements portraying Brewer as an attempted cop killer. That's according to court filing. These defamatory statements remain publicly available on official city media platforms through at least mid-July 2026, after they dropped the charges knowing the sworn affidavit from the cop to be completely false. The posts are still up. This is one of them. Quote, seconds matter. Officers prevent potentially deadly outcome after suspect tries to disarm officer. Still up.
After trying to disarm officer. So they claiming that he tried to take her push button machine too? These cops is something else. As a person, like I said, who always wanted to do this job, it almost makes me feel like, dang, I wanted to do this job. But then I got to remember that there is also good cops out there. You know, even though it's fairly rarely now, but there are still good ones. But it's absolutely insane that sometimes I have to think, like, this is the job that I always wanted to do. When you start thinking about these uncivilized mutt-type cops that would make up things like this or lie about things like this. Crazy. And then they leave the post up. And then it has talking about he tried to disarm the officer. So now also, I guess Rashad, maybe that wasn't in the other stuff that he was reading, or maybe he forgot. Disarm the officer would mean that he tried to take her push button machine, even though he already had push button machines in his own car. Why would he need to take her push button machine away? What, just to prevent her from using hers and she just standing there and allowing him to take it? Oh, please. This is crazy. Such a damn shame. Let's continue.
Lawsuit pending. Officers prevent potentially deadly outcome after suspect tries to disarm officer. Still up. Lawsuit pending. Brewer is seeking compensatory damages and punitive damages, alleging Fourth Amendment violations, evidence fabrication, malicious prosecution, false imprisonment, and defamation. Compensatory, that's to compensate any lost income. Punitive is what the jury can award to punish the police and the police department for what they did to this young man. Young man who obviously violated no law. All charges were dropped. There was no charge that stuck at all.
Wow. I was waiting to see if he'll say that. No charges sticked at all. So, yep, false imprisonment, everything. He basically did nothing wrong. He just had push-button machines in his car. And so she made it seem like he pointed his push-button machine at her and then disarmed her from her own push-button machine. And I guess she just stood there and complied. These cops are something else. What cop is just going to stand there and comply with somebody taking their push-button machine off of them? What? When you got one, they got one, you the cop. If it was true, everything would be okay because he tried to unalive you. But that's not really the truth. This is crazy. Let's continue.
At all. To this young man. Young man who obviously violated no law. All charges were dropped. There was no charge that stuck at all. At all. In addition to that, the interesting thing is this. The reason why the prosecutor likely looked at all of the body-worn video camera from the cop so soon is because of the nature of the attempted murder charge. That's a high-profile case. That's a high-profile case in a high-profile city against an 18-year-old. And so the prosecutor is likely going to get a lot of media inquiry. So the prosecutor has to review the evidence fast. And because of that attempted murder charge, prosecutor knew right away, there's no attempted murder here whatsoever. Now here's the other side of the story that you don't hear. Why hasn't the cop been arrested? We'll give you an update. Don't hold your breath, though.
Advertisement. Yeah, the sergeant should be arrested. You are a supervisor fabricating stuff. Just imagine like me being a supervisor and I've fabricated, and I've been a supervisor before in the culinary industry, but just imagine if I fabricated something and got somebody in trouble behind it. I probably wouldn't be working there anymore if it came out, that I was lying. This sergeant is still working, and I'm sure ready to accuse somebody else again because she just got away with it. And now her police department is going to be defunded because of her lies. This young man, he deserves everything that's coming his way because she should have never lied. And now her police department is going to be defunded. And prayers go out to the young man. As for this sergeant, your mama should be embarrassed and your daddy should have pulled out. No more talk. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell notification, and join the Young Trip family. If you have any videos that you run across that you want to hear me react to on the channel, post it in my community tab or send it to me through my professional FB or my professional Instagram. If you have any situations involving police misconduct, injustice, violations of civil rights involving you, a friend, or a loved one, send that to me through direct message on my professional FB or my professional Instagram. Let me know about the civil rights attorneys involved, similar to Ben Crump or Ben Crump himself. Let me know about the activists that are involved so I can join them in the fight for justice for you and your loved one, you know, or friend. Yeah, let me know about the activists that are involved too so I can join them in the fight for justice for you and your loved one. Also, let me know about the case, what you want me to put out there for you. I'll also pull the public information about the case as well too. And yeah. Also, make sure you come follow me on my professional FB and my professional Instagram because I post over there as well too. And make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell notification, and join the Young Trip family. And I will catch y'all in the next one. Such a damn shame. Peace.